really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, Dr. Jan, to share with us and just to share with my friends the program that you have. It's very, I know when I first heard about it, it really kind of made light bulbs go off for me. And I'll just kind of give you guys listening kind of a little bit of the background. When I first heard Dr. Janet was at the homeschool conference right before everything shut down for COVID. And actually, you spoke like Saturday morning and they shut down the conference after that. And so I was really grateful that I got to hear what you had to say. And I really went because my son, Callan, who's 13 now, has dyslexia. And your chat was the reading roller coaster of dyslexia. And so, but as I was listening to what you had to say about the neuro processes, but what happened is as I was listening to you speak, I started thinking about my twins and some of the challenges that we had with them learning to read and just the things that we were doing in our homeschool. It made me start thinking, well, maybe my twins are dealing with some of these same things. And so when I reached out to you, we did our assessment right after we did a virtual assessment. So for those who are thinking, do I have to be local? Everything was shut down. So we did, even though I could get to Denton to your center, we did a virtual consult and started the program. And it was really challenging for me because it's very different from anything I had done with homeschool. A neurodevelopmental approach is completely different than anything. If you have an education background or if you've been homeschooling, it's radically different. It's like therapy and learning, and it's just very different. So it took me a while to get on board with what we were doing, but I started seeing some really great changes with my kiddos. Before we started, they were really unable to organize their rooms. They were unable to do really basic things. With our reading process, we were still learning 3-letter words for my twins, and like we'd been studying them for months and they just weren't clicking. And so when I heard Dr. Jan speak about the processing and then the dominances lining up, it really just made me very curious. And so we dove in because I was really at the point with my own homeschool that I didn't know what else to do. And I had been praying for God to show me what to do to help my kids, to the point where I really didn't want to homeschool anymore. I was really felt like I was not being successful at it. I felt like I was failing my kids. And I was really distraught about it as a mom because I'm like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm called to this, but I do not know how to help my kids. And so this program has been really a godsend for me to really restore my own confidence, but also just trust that, God's got a great plan for my kids. And even though it's not conventional, that's okay. And so, Dr. Jan, I really appreciate you again taking time tonight to share your story because, I know you started on this path because of your own personal journey. And hopefully you'll share some of that tonight too, because I know that is really meaningful to me because knowing that you've gone through this with your own daughter and, and so many other families is really a comfort. So I just appreciate you sharing tonight. Hopefully this will be very insightful and helpful for those wanting to learn more.